Squatters, I hope you guys are good. You know, I don't know. Who can tell me what happened to the speech issue of the MKP as Deputy President Dr. Hlophe and Mzwanele Manyi, Secretary General Floyd? I'm trying to think exactly what happened. You remember when Dr. Hlophe gave a speech in Parliament, and he later accused the chief whip of the MKP, Mzwanele Manyi, that you are giving me a useless and senseless speech. There was some sort of confrontation there, a heated one, by the way. And then later on, Mzwanele said, no, the speech was actually drafted by Floyd. So now I'm asking myself, you go to the whole Parliament without knowing exactly what you're going to discuss as a deputy president. There's a problem there. There's a problem, and maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong. Sorry, because, these things of, I don't know, there are presidents who actually compile their own speeches because they don't want nonsense, And I remember many years ago when actually Mandela's speech was changed by Cyril Ramaphosa. By the way, after the CODESA negotiations, everything, I'm not sure if it was the first speech or one of the speeches in between when Cyril Ramaphosa was the Secretary General. And remember, he was there during the CODESA negotiations. Cyril Ramaphosa and Thabo Mbeki was also roped in, and Mandela was actually the main man there. And Chrysanne, remember, he walked out of the CODESA saying he's not going to be part of the selling out of, his own fellow black people and all of that. So now, speeches. Let's talk about speeches. Should actually presidents or someone who's going to give a speech write their own speech or be party to that compilation of the speech, or they should just receive because I'm asking myself, what's going to happen when one day you receive a blank speech that maybe is a book that is closed, maybe sealed, and you think there's something there, and then there's nothing. You are standing on the podium there about to give a speech. I don't know, but to the MKP, this thing stems from internal squabbles that if you look at the relationship between Floyd and Dr. Hlophe, it's not really good. Remember Dr. Hlophe grabbing the mic from Floyd and all of that. I think there's a war for power there. I don't know. People are fighting for power, and this thing exposes them that they are there, for power and nothing else. Everybody wants to be in charge. Remember the Mzwanele Manyis have been parachuted into chief whip and all of that. Those are the 2025 members of the MKP. That is why Duduzile Zuma was confronting this issue to say, we can't be having people parachuted into power and to key positions, whereas they were not there when the MKP was actually formed and when we were in the trenches trying to figure out a way out and all of that. She's actually pushing for comrades who have been there to actually be pushed to senior positions, either maybe through elective conference or appointments. I don't know, but so far we know that MKP appoints. They don't have the conference where they elect their own leaders, especially on key positions, which is much of a problem, because if you appoint, it's more like employment, and so you can hire, you can fire, but elective conference where the comrades are going to elect, and if anything is not right, the comrades must also be the ones who decide that they don't want this leader and all of that. So that is freedom of expression and the right to have the leaders who will actually suit their needs or their demands according to the parties. So it is a bit of a concern. And by the way, honestly, it's quite reasonable what Duduzile is actually complaining about. I think the MKP will fix that, have it sorted. as a matter of agency, because they will not parachute more people, to fall into the MKP senior position. That will be wrong, politically so. And that will cause more divisions, because someone who was not there in the formation, now he's there, he's in power, he has been given powers and privileges to call the shots, to make critical decisions. That's really not on, So the issue of a speech, I'm just, thinking that actually this speech thing, why doesn't it actually be an issue of maybe Dr. Hlophe being part of that? Because as much as he has lodged a complaint that, listen, you gave me a useless speech, something which doesn't make sense, and now it's embarrassing me, and I wouldn't have read it if I knew that this is a nonsense that I'm supposed to read in Parliament. And other people are saying, actually, Floyd is trying to sabotage Dr. Hlophe. Politics is so funny, because yes, there are two possibilities there, that Floyd is actually trying to sabotage Dr. Hlophe indirectly, so through Mzwanele Manyi, because the speech will be from Floyd to Mzwanele, from Mzwanele to the deputy president. Somehow, because of the relationships, the relationship that they have, both Floyd and the deputy president, Dr. Hlophe, the possibility is there that he's trying to kind of embarrass him and sabotage him, so he can be seen as someone who's incompetent, someone who's not supposed to be at that position. By the way, if you look closer to someone like Mzwanele is very close with Floyd. That's number one. And then Floyd might maybe be planning or pushing for Mzwanele Manyi to become the deputy president. I don't know, squatters. Maybe you'll have a different view, but that's how I feel. That why would these two chaps, get along? They're comrades, they're fine, but at the same time, they don't have a good relationship with Dr. Hlophe. And you will remember that all these three people are on senior positions, so it's 2 against 1, and that should be worrisome, because maybe they might be trying to push him out to a junior position or out of the MKP, because remember, Dr. Hlophe is not really a politician, squatters. He's someone who had a career in law, and the career now blundered, because he was impeached in the Western Cape for whatever that he has done. I don't know exactly the case, because it was more like misappropriation or what else. He said, "Estembeligini matota," meaning that we're relying on you guys, referring to his colleagues about the case of Zuma and all of that. So that thing created the whole of politics. There's office politics, there's parliamentary politics, and I think that was all about politics, man, and witch hunting, which I still believe that decision should be reviewed. But at the same time, he's not a politician. He happened to have hit the rock on his legal career. Then he quickly switched to politics. So you find politicians in politics, and then you will never beat them in their game. So somehow maybe they might be trying to sabotage him, or maybe purely it was a pure speech which was compiled by both Mzwanele Manyi and Floyd, maybe thinking that this is the right thing to say for him to give that kind of a speech. But if you listen to a speech is a speech, man. It's just for formality, for you to go and read, and that's it. What more do you want? Or maybe you want to implement your own policies that you had in your mind. But anyway, you're not running your own political party. It's a collective decision which must be taken by the collective. So you cannot say, I had this in my mind, therefore I was supposed to express it, or what. It can't be like Julius Malema, who can say what he wants, because that is his political party, especially when Floyd and Dalimpofu and Mzwanele Manyi have all left. It's upon him, to call the shot. He has been doing that, by the way, Julius Malema. He controls his political party, which is a good thing, because sometimes if you delegate certain responsibilities to certain people, they happen to mess up. But I'm not sure about this relationship between Dr. Hlophe, Mzwanele Manyi, and Floyd. I think these two chaps, Floyd and Mzwanele, might be planning to actually embarrass Dr. Hlophe. I don't know. The relationship is not good at all. We all can see, and then we are just, hoping that they will fix things, because, the party that has so many squabbles and so many disagreements, whereas they are not even in government. They are not, they are not there yet. So they should be actually focusing on hitting the target by recruiting more people on the ground, working on the ground to be fertile, like what Floyd is doing, so that they can win the elections. And after that, they can fight for positions. I don't know, squatters. That's my view. I will check on your comment section, and I appreciate for people who are watching my content. Most people who are watching my content, they are not yet subscribed. Please subscribe. Log in and subscribe when you're watching. Then you can like, you can comment. I need your contribution. I need your views, so I can know exactly where we are going. And, it's always good, to have opinions of people. And I can't just be dishing out and then expect no one to comment. At least when people comment, you can see that, oh, this is where it stands. You can read the mood and all of that. So I want to say thank you to all the people who watch my content. Keep watching. Let's keep engaging. Sharp Squatters.